Alright, first and foremost, I want to give all the honors, the praises, and the glory belongs to my Lord and Savior, whose name is Yahweh, Bahasham, Yahabashai, Bahasham, Mahavaka, Kwadash. The name of the Heavenly Father is Yahweh. Son's name is Yahabashai, in who I reverence and honors to the apostles that are in the Holy Spirit, and to the hopeful elect across the globe, and to the few, very few brothers and sisters listening and also learning in the hopes of being saved within these last days, because we are living in the last days of the last days, right? And we're going to flow with the Spirit. This is basically going to be based on the matrix and this satanic system that we are living in. And just like, what was it said to Neo? They'd do anything to protect it. They're so heavily dependent on it. They do anything to protect it. So the average person would do anything to protect this system, this world that they love so much, right? So we're going to flow with the Spirit, right? Heaven is this place, a circle in the drain, but these people want to save this place. Go to Psalms 49, right? Go to Psalms 49. Let's just flow with the Spirit. Psalms 49 and 11. Their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever. So that's the average mindset of every individual. But this place is just going to continue, right? They're going to continue being freaks, right? Continue playing football. Football, bro, that's something old. All that's going to go out the window. That's all bread and circus, right? And that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places to all generations. So these people, they have plans, right? They have plans, what they're going to do in the next year, 2 years, 5 years, all right? And they call their lands after their own names. These people, they're calling their lands after, beginning with the elites first, after their own names, because the elites have particular places named after them, by the way, okay? And it says, Baba Kashar, so we went to that. These people, they want to defend this wicked place, but we're not supposed to do that. And they want to remain in darkness, right? The agents are those that are locked in to the system. And that's what was said to Neo as well. Whoever's not willing to unplug, from this, they're a potential agent of Satan. So yeah, these people, they're agents. They're demons. Okay. Scriptures tell us what to do, what not to do. And one of the things we were told not to do is not to love this world and be transformed. Go to Romans 12. This is Romans 12, right? And go straight to verse 2. And be not conformed to this world. I know I say this over and over again, but the scriptures are repetitive. And be not conformed to this world, right? These people, they're conformers. They all act like each other. That's the hive mind. Why? Because in order for that to happen, that would bring forth a new world order. If everybody could comply, believe in the same thing, all believe in the same thing. That's why you got people that don't even know each other, but they act like each other and they believe in the same thing because they're under that same conformity spirit, right? That's why, okay? It's called the hive mind. And the hive mind is which keeps this place going, the hive mind mentality. And it says, Baba Kishar, and be not conformed to this world. So we're not supposed to be conformed to this world. Be not conformed to this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Our minds need to be renewed, right? By the renewing of your mind, that you may prove what is good and acceptable, perfect will of the Most High. So our minds have to be renewed, right? Day by day, right? The matrix is MK Ultra, is brainwashing, it's manipulation. That's what the matrix is. It's a satanic world system that these people fall for. That's why they act like imbeciles, right? And they all do the same thing. They all act like each other, like robots, right? You don't want that. The Lord gave us all a certain level of individuality. But now you have people, they don't really have an individuality. They act like each other, right? And that's why you got to break out of this. Now, we still have to be in the world, obviously, which we're going to go into all these scriptures. Excuse me just a minute. We still have to be in the world, right? Because we still have to operate and do certain things. But in terms of higher level conformity, just being an idiot and doing anything, right? Just being a yes man. Yeah. Let's go. Flipping conformity, right? So if someone tells you to jump off a cliff, are you going to do that? Huh? So now, let's go to John 17. Because we still have to operate in the world. Right? But we're not like these matrix, the people that are trying to keep the matrix alive. Go to John 17 and 14. I have given them thy word, and the world have hated them. What's that world? The world system. The world system has hated them. Right? And the world have hated them. So this puts everything in its proper perspective. And this is Yahushua speaking. Because they are not of the world. Why? Scripture says because we're not of the world, we're not doing what they're doing, right? Because they are not of the world. They're not of this. If you're not of this world, this means you're not of this this makeup, this structural makeup within the physical world of Satan's kingdom. Because they are not of this world. They're not of the world. They're not worldly because Satan operates this whole system. It operates on a worldly, carnal, fleshly basis, right? Things that captivate your flesh. Right? Because they are not of the world, even as I am not of the world. So guess what? The prophets, the elect, and the fellow believers, the multitude, they wouldn't be of this world. Yahushua was not of this world. Even though we are in the world, because we still need to operate, we still need to push forth this word. So seeing that you're not of this world, you're going to have a lot of people that, come after you, and that's them satanic agents that have not been unplugged. They have not been unplugged. They still got that plug in their back. We've been unplugged, so we're able to see this world for what it is, and the system. We're able to see beyond all the advertisements, all the deception, all the witchcraft, which is a lot of witchcraft going on, by the way, a lot. We're able to see past that, right? And that's a blessing, man. And this is it's kind of like an exhortation as well to the brothers that have been woken up, right? The Lord's woken you up. Excuse me just a minute. And that's all through Yahushua, right? Them seals, when he opened them seals, right? Now we're able to see. So we went to that. I just want to make sure this is edifying. Flow with the Spirit. Flow with the Spirit. Yeah, these are satanic agents, man, that are for the matrix, and their whole job is to perpetuate that lie. Keep pushing that lie. Keep pushing that falsehood. Try to keep you entangled with this world, right? They want you to be in your flesh. But guess what the scriptures tell us to do? Go to Romans 8. Come on now. Therefore, there is no condemnation to them which are in Mashiach, who walk not after the flesh, but after the Spirit. So, those that are within the matrix, their whole duty is to keep you in the matrix, right? Give you them illusions. That's why they need to do the bread circus, the theater, right? Excuse me. That's why they need to act when you come around, right? Why? Because they want to keep that illusion going. Who walk not after the flesh, but after the Spirit. So we want to walk according to the Spirit, not the flesh. Satan wants you to walk in the flesh after the course of this world. Right? For the law of the Spirit of life in Mashiach have made me free from the law of sin and death. Ooh. It's made us free from the law of sin and death. Right? For what the law could not do, in that it was weak through the flesh, the Most High sent his own Son in likeness of sinful flesh, and for sin condemn sin in the flesh. So it was a done deal right there. Right? So we walk what? In the Spirit. Right? The righteousness of the law might be fulfilled in us who walk not after the flesh, but after the Spirit. These satanic robots, demons, whatever you want to call them, right? They're walking after the flesh. Right? They're operating after the course of this one. right? And it says, but after the spirit, for they that are after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh. So those that are walking in the flesh, they're minding the things of the flesh, carnal things, right? The flesh is controlling them. They're controlled by their flesh, right? So they're not able to make the right decisions. We're controlled by the spirit of Yahushua, right? And the spirit is supposed to what? Take control of your flesh, not the flesh take control of your spirit. Because then, for you're not in control, that means you have no discipline. All right, you're just like a brute beast. Whatever the flesh does, you just do it. All right. For they that after the flesh do mind the things of the flesh, but they that are after the spirit, the things of the spirit. So we're supposed to mind the things of the spirit, not the fleshly things, not what these people are doing, the distractions. And that's the part of the matrix, to keep you distracted, to feed you lies, right? To keep you distracted. Okay. So we went to that. Is there anything else? Oh, there's more. For to be carnally minded is death. So if you want to be carnally minded, that only equates to death, right? And it says, right, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace. So we're going to continue to be spiritually minded, and that's going to bring us life and peace. Now you see most of these people, they don't have that life and peace. They don't have a sound mind. They're not spiritually minded. So if you're not spiritually minded, you're not going to have no peace. You're just going to be a little troublemaker, right? You're not going to be at ease, right? So when you're spiritually minded, there's great peace that comes with that. But stay on the topic of the matrix, the satanic matrix. See what else we can find. This is Ephesians 2. And you have he quickened who were dead in trespasses, right? In other words, when it says dead in trespasses, in a condemned, basically the children of wrath. That's what it means, dead in trespasses, right? Had the sentence of death over you until Yahushua woke you up. And in sins, where in time past you walked according to the course of this world. The course of this world. So you have people walking according to the course of this world. According to the prince of the power of the air. Right? So a lot of people are walking to the course of the power of the air. Who controls the airwaves? Who controls this physical aspect of this earth? Satan. We know the Heavenly Father is in control of everything, but Satan has been appointed over this realm. Right? Who do you think? Whose kingdom is this? If you were to put a name on it, you would say the Edomites, the elites, Rothschilds, so forth. But who do Rothschilds worship? They worship Satan, and they are the physical manifestation of Satan upon earth. Right? So when time passed, you walked according to the course of this world, the cycle. Just how the world is, the satanic matrix, it's a cycle, it's a circle, right? But for us, it's not a dead end circle, because we be made free. These people, they're not free. We're still in bondage, right? When we were walking to the course of this world, the nature of this world, until we got woken up. According to the prince of the power of the air. Key thing. According to the prince and power of the air. Right? The spirit that now worketh in the children of disobedience. Right? So those that are walking in the spirit, because they're children of disobedience. Right? They're walking according to the prince and power of the air. And who would that be? That would be Satan. So they're walking according to the course of Satan. Whatever Satan's telling them to do, they're just doing it. They're just doing it. Why? Because they have no filter. And when you don't have no filter, then guess what? You do anything. Because you don't have any filter. Right? So you're just liable to Satan jumping in and out of you and using you as a pawn in his matrix, in his system. Now, the thing with the elect, Satan gets annoyed because he can't do what he once used to do with the elect anymore, because you've woken up to him. you're able to see his cunning deceit and his wiles, right? And that's why Satan gets mad. But he's got the rest of the people, and they're walking in the children. They're walking as children of wrath, the children of disobedience. That's what they are. They're children of disobedience. And what happens to a disobedient child? They get punished, right? They get punished, right? See what else there is. And it says, and among also whom we had a conversation in time past in the lust of our flesh. So the whole agenda is of Satan to get you back in that lustful, wicked nature that you were in before, right? Among who we had a conversation in times past in the lust of our flesh, fulfilling the desires of the flesh and of the mind, and were by nature the children of wrath, even as others, right? Even as others, right? Children of wrath, right? So what does this explain? Those that are not woken up to the truth, doesn't matter how cool you may claim to be within, they're still children of wrath. They ain't been woken up. So if they ain't been woken up out of the matrix, they're potential enemies, isn't it? They're your enemies. They're not your friend. Alright? They're the children of wrath, disobedience. Alright? Just like we were at one point of time. Alright? And it says, Baba Kashar, but the Most High, who is rich in mercy, has great love, wherewith he loved us, Yahabashai. Even when we were dead in sins, have quickened us together in Mashiach. By grace you are saved. We're saved by grace. That's what we're saved by. That grace. That mercy. Right? That Yahabashai has shown upon his elect. Right? I hope this is edifying. So we went to that. And Colossians, right, 2 and 2. And that their hearts might be comforted. Whose? The elects. Being knit together in love. And unto all riches of all full assurance of understanding. So we have this full assurance, full confidence. To the acknowledgement of the mystery of the Most High and of the Father and of the Mashiach, in whom all hid are all treasures of wisdom and knowledge. Right? And knowledge. Alright? In whom we have all hidden treasures of wisdom and knowledge. And this I say, lest any man should beguile you with enticing words. Right? Because there's many deceivers. Right? And we don't want to be beguiled with them enticing smooth words. Right? Because we're also in the age of deception. Yeah, the matrix, remember? Enticing words, lies, falsehoods. Everything within this society is ready to keep you away from the truth of the Bible. Everything that's done. Everything. Right? Bro, Satan hates those that are woken up, like truly woken up. Alright? He hates those. That's what Satan's like. Satan in the spiritual realm, when you wake up, he gets pissed off. He's like, ah! Satan's screaming. Satan's screaming in the spiritual realm. Ah, he woke up. Right? And that's when he sends his agents. Go get him! Go get him! And this is how everything works, isn't it? You know? Just count it a blessing that you woke up out of this matrix, man. You could see this wicked world for what it is. Okay? So we was on Colossians, right? Colossians 2 and 4. And this I say, lest any man should beguile you with enticing words. Just how who was beguiled? Eve. She was beguiled by the serpent. Right? And that same serpent is back here again today. Right? With his deceitfulness. Right? For though I be absent in the flesh, yet I am with you in spirit, joying and beholding your order. Right? And steadfastness of your faith in Mashiach. So we got to be steadfast. We got to be firm in this faith. right? As you therefore have received Mashiach, Yahushua Lord, so walk in him, rooted up and built in him, established in the faith, as you have been taught by certain men. Hold on. Yeah, I just heard one of this Salakia. I just heard one of this satanic. Is this what I'm talking about? Yeah, we're gonna get into that as well. We're gonna get into it. I just had to pause it. I heard one of their satanic agents just walking past. They're called perps, right? Modern day gang stalkers, they're your satanic agents. These are people that have not unplugged from the system, right? They still want to uphold it. That's your perps. That's your so-called gang stalkers. They're your robots. These are the people that are the highest level of conformers, right? A lot of them are part of lodges, so they have to do what they have to do, right? And they have to follow you because they gave themselves over to a familiar spirit, Satan. That's why they have to follow you. Yeah, you get followed by unclean spirits as well, witches, wizards, because them unclean spirits know who you are. They follow you, but you have to take up your authority in Yahweh Shai. All right. So let's go to Colossians, Baba Kasha. All right. And their whole duty is to try to. They're the so-called gatekeepers, by the way. They're the so-called gatekeepers of the Matrix. That's what they are. All right. But they're not really powerful because they got to take orders from somebody else, right? And he has to take orders from somebody else, right? And it says, Baba Kasha, where was I? Verse 8, beware lest any man spoil you through philosophy and vain deceit. Useless. What does vain mean? Useless deceit, right? After the tradition of men, after the rudiments of the world, and not after Mashiach, right? For in him dwelleth all the fullness of the Godhead bodily. Godhead means the divine one, right? And you are complete in him, which is the head of all principality and power. We are complete in him, the head of all principality and power. All right? Always got to keep this in mind. Always. All right? See if we got anything else. This is real. Like anybody that's not locked into this truth, they're not unplugged. So yes, they're agents of Satan. All right? Excuse me just a minute. That's why they don't get tempted. They don't get tempted. They don't get tempted. Because Satan already has them. Right? They're just walking according to the way of this world. They don't get tempted. Right? Because Satan has them. The devil has them. Right? So he uses them, their weak ass vessels, to try to tempt you, to follow you. Right? So what else can we get? What else can we get? Baba Kisha. Micah. Go to Micah. This is Micah 2 and 10. Arise ye and depart. So we got to arise in our minds first. Arise ye and depart. Depart from what? From this kingdom. That's what we're supposed to be arising from. Arise ye and depart. Micah 2 and 10. What are you departing from? Right? A wicked kingdom, a way of thinking. Right? For this is not your rest. This is definitely not our rest. Right? Can't rest in captivity. Because it is polluted. This place is polluted. It's filthy. Right? It's corrupt. It's defiled. Right? And witchcraft is on, bro. Witchcraft is on the rise, man. Everywhere you go now, there's witches and warlocks. It's on the rise. It's very, very heavy demonic activity that's going on. Very heavy. All right. And it says, Babakasha, arise and depart spiritually, for this is not your rest. Can't get comfortable because it is polluted spiritually and physically. It shall destroy you, even with a sore destruction. So if you have your mind set upon this kingdom, it will destroy you. It will get to you. The matrix, it's not good for you. It's to break you down. It's to keep you away from your power. That's why it was designed. Right? That's why it was all designed. Keep you away from your power. Right? And have you focusing on things that are not really important. Right? Now, like I said, we balance out our time, but we should know what's important, the most important thing. And that should be serving Yahweh Shem Yahushai. That should be one of the most important things. Okay? So we went to that. Go to Isaiah. "60. Arise and shine, for the light is come, and the glory of the Lord Yahushua is risen upon thee." The light has come, and the glory of the Lord Yahweh has risen upon thee. It's upon you, his wisdom, his spirit. "For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people." So darkness has covered the earth, and gross darkness the people. Because the only way this particular empire exists is through negative, dark energy. You ever wonder why they do noise campaigns sometimes? You ever wonder why they do that? Because it brings forth a certain energy, a demonic energy, right? Okay. Confusion, disorder, havoc, lying, deception, all these things. It brings forth negativity. It brings forth a wicked kingdom. And these are all the things that are within this kingdom. "For behold, darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people, but the Lord shall" what? "Arise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee." So you have a lot of people, they're covered by darkness, dark spirits, dark negative, just dark demonic spirits. Right? But we have that light, which is that wisdom, knowledge, and understanding. Right? And that's what separates us from them and this matrix. Okay? And when you go to Matthew 13 and 10, he answered and said unto them, go to verse 9. "Whoever is to hear, let him hear." And his disciples came and said unto him, "Why speakest thou unto them in parables, dark sayings?" And he answered and said unto them, "Because it's given unto you to know the mysteries of the kingdom of heaven." You. Right? "But to them it is not given." It's not given to them. Right? The parables were written to the disciples because they were going to understand it. It's not given to them. Right? At all. It's not for them. Right? It was for you to understand. Okay? Not them. Right? And it says, "For whosoever have shall be given, and he shall have more abundance." Right? So whosoever have shall be given, and he shall have more abundance. You're going to grow in the understanding that you do have. "But whosoever have not, from him shall be taken away even that he have." The little that you don't even have. Therefore I speak to them in parables, dark sayings, because they seeing not. They just don't see. And hearing, they hear not. Neither do they understand. You're telling them, but they don't hear, they don't understand what's being said. Right? And in them is fulfilled the prophecy of Isaiah, which saith, by hearing you shall hear, and shall not understand, and seeing you shall see, and shall not perceive. Spiritual blindness. Those that are still haven't been unplugged from this matrix, satanic hive mind system. Right? And it's spiritual, because I want to go into something as well concerning hive mind and the matrix, basically the technology aspect of it. Right? For this people's heart is waxed gross, and their ears are dull of hearing, and their eyes have they closed, as any time they should see with their eyes and hear with their ears. Are you listening? And should understand with their heart, and should be converted, and I should heal them. Right? So wax gross means what? Fat, stick, stuck. Right? And their ears are dull of hearing, stupefied, made dumb. Excuse me. And their eyes have they closed, lest any time they should see with their eyes and hear with their ears. Right? So there's like an angel that has blocked their mind from getting this truth. And should understand with their heart and should be converted. I should heal them. If they did understand, they'd be converted and healed. This is why I always say, count it a blessing that you've been given this truth and you actually understand it. Because many don't. Many don't. Bro, do you know, bro, that's high, bro, that's high level. Bro, there's millions and millions of people upon earth. Millions and millions and millions. He didn't just give you the truth, he gave you the understanding of the truth. He gave you the keys. And who has the keys to the kingdom of heaven? Yahweh Shai. And he opened you up. And this is what I've got to be more grateful for. Sometimes you might just wake up and complain, bro, you understand certain scriptures. And it ain't just, it's more to that. It's more to it than that. But the Lord woke you up to understand. You know? And that's a blessing. Okay. What is it? Is it karaoke again today? Oh, you know what? I might join them. I might join them. I think they're doing karaoke again today. All right. Bear me just a minute. So again, all these things are just distractions. Everything that's happening. You want to call it gangsuking, whatever you want to call it, spiritual persecution. It's just to keep you scared and stuck in this current system. But you've been woken up. You've been woken up, man. Bro, that's a joy. That's a joy. Remember. You are not seeing things. You're not paranoid. You're not seeing things. You're not mad. Right? That's why they have to gaslight you. Yeah, the satanic agents, they have to gaslight you. You are not mad. You see, you've been woken up. Pick a pill, Neil. Go to John 8. Right? Of 32. Bambakasha. And you shall know the truth, and the truth shall make you free. You're made free. You know it. That's if you know it. And the truth shall make you free. Now you're free, man. Free. Spiritually. Now in the physical sense, yeah, is this still a prison? Yeah, of course it is. And that's where Esau has a little bit more of an advantage. Right? Because we're in a physical prison, right? It mentions that in Deuteronomy. See if I can find that. But we're still made free. Spiritual. And bro, you could be in a physical example. You could get locked up in prison, right? Say you're locked up in a prison, a physical prison, right? And you wouldn't be bothered because you're still free spiritually. Spiritually. You understand? So it's the same with this kingdom. This kingdom is a prison. All right? It's a war for your mind, Neon. See what else we got. And part of the curses, it says, see if I can find it. I can't find it right now. But it talks about when you're shall be iron, something shall be iron. Hmm? Can't find it. Oh, here it is. Here it is. This is Deuteronomy 28 and 23. And thy heaven that is over thy head shall be brass, and the earth that is under thee shall be iron. What's that? That captivity, right? That captivity, right? Okay, the iron. What do you have when you look around in these cities? Nothing but iron walls, buildings, iron walls, buildings, bricks, 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 bricks. Pathway, triangles, pathways, rectangles, triangles, pathways. It's like a maze. Yeah, do you remember that show? I remember in the 90s, it was called The Maze. I used to watch that, and they used to have the crystal ball, and you used to have to go through that maze, and he would lock it. It was like a dungeon maze. Oh, that was heavy. 1990s, I believe. I used to watch it in 1990s, and it was a maze. And you had to go through that maze and try to get that crystal ball and get out of that maze before the time went down. That's how the system's been set up. That's how this kingdom's been set up. Right? So see what else we got. Alright? We're in the battlements. The scriptures tell you in the Apocrypha, the battlements of the city. Alright? So I got some more. Let's go to 2nd Ezra 14 and 13. Now, therefore, set thy house in order, reprove thy people, comfort such as them are in trouble, and renounce corruption. Got to renounce all corruption, renounce all covenants. I renounce all blood demonic covenants, all demonic altars. I renounce all demonic altars in the name of Yahweh by Sham, Yahweh Shai, Babakasha. I get rid of all demonic altars, all witchcraft that's been summoned against me, all demonic altars that my face has been put on. Get rid of it. I bind it in the name of Yahweh by Sham, Yahweh Shai. I send fire upon your demonic altars. I bind it within your churches, your witchcraft, all of it in the name of Yahweh by Sham, Yahweh Shai. Right? And return the evil right back to its sender in the name of Yahweh Shai. Right? And it says, let go from the mortal thoughts. Cast away the burdens of men. Man. It says let go of mortal thoughts. The Matrix gives you mortal thoughts. Right? The Matrix gives you anxiety. Cast away the burdens of man. Oh, what are you going to do? What are you going to do in the next 5 years? Bro, that's why there's such thing called faith. This kingdom goes against faith. It laughs at the idea of faith. But then Esau, the devil, wants you to have faith in him and his system. But then he mocks faith. And it says, cast away the burdens of man, put off now the weak nature. Put off now the weak nature. We can't afford to have a weak nature, even though we do get weak in this flesh. Right? And set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and haste to flee from these times. Right? It says haste to flee from these times. Right? The present times, the current thinking that you may be in that's not going to be profitable to the ministry. Yet greater evils than those which shall happen hereafter. So look how much the world shall be weaker through age. So the world is getting weaker, we can see that. Right? So much more shall evils increase upon them that dwell therein. So evils are going to increase upon those that dwell therein, this kingdom. Right? For truth is fled far away, and leasing is hard at hand. It says truth is fled far away. Because they're trying to do away with the truth. It's going to get to that time where it's really going to be rare. You're not going to have the connection. It's not going to be easy to find this truth. For truth has fled far away, and leasing is hard at hand. Leasing is deceit. Deceit, right, is at hand. All right. For now hasteth the vision to come which thou hast seen. For now hasteth the vision that has come which I have seen. What's the vision? The prophecies. Then answered I before thee and said, behold, our Lord, how I will go, and thou hast commanded me, and reproved thy people which are present. But they that shall be born afterward, who shall admonish them? Who's going to admonish them? Right? Okay. Who should admonish them? And it says, Babakasha. It says, Babakasha, who should admonish them? I'm losing my train of thought. Thus the world is set in darkness, and they that dwell therein are without light. So the world yet is set in darkness, and they that dwell in are without light. Right? So if they're without light, they're still in darkness. So therefore, they're potential enemies of Yahweh Shai and the hopeful elect. And that's why we got to move in wisdom. And yet it sounds harsh. Well, one would say, well, you can't just call him an enemy because he doesn't believe in what you believe in. The scriptures say that until they've been actually come, and you may have family members or whoever. Yes, some, not all, some brothers in this truth, their family, their household might get saved, and some of us know your household might not get saved. It depends on the situation, all right? It depends on the situation, okay? But if anyone in this truth, you just got to accept that Satan can use them easily as a vessel to come at you. You've seen it with the movie Fallen, right? Okay, so that's just how it is. That's just the way it is, all right? So Lord, when this was edifying, and until the next one, Shalom.